It's January 1st, 2018, and we are in the Tesla Model X 75D. We got a highly anticipated update this morning, version 2017.50.3. The biggest change with this update is the addition of the auto wipers, and this has been a feature that has been anticipated for a long time in the Teslas. I'm excited to try it out and show everyone what it looks like. The first thing we need to do is enable the auto wipers beta feature. To do so, we go into the Vehicle Controls, Settings tab, Vehicle category, where we now see a new Wipers section. If we take a look at its information pop-up, it says, when set to auto, your Model X windshield wipers will adjust their speed based on how much rain has accumulated on the windshield. I haven't tested this yet, so let's give it a shot. Once we turn on the option, the first two intermittent wiper settings are replaced with the low and high sensitivity auto wiper options. We will run our first test using the low setting. Oddly enough, we couldn't find any rain in the Seattle area today, and instead I've got my friend outside helping to simulate the native Pacific Northwest weather. As expected, the wipers don't react until the rain accumulates, and they continue until the water stops and the windshield is clear. You can see some water on the passenger side that the sensor can't detect, but I'd expect that's mostly due to our simulation and won't reflect the general behavior. Now we give it a try in the high sensitivity position. The wipers do seem to react sooner than they had before. Let's switch it off, then back to low. The wipers don't react when changing between the auto wiper settings until they detect rain on the windshield. I've seen other vehicles perform at least one wipe when changing through the auto wiper position. They do stop momentarily, but come back on for a final wipe when enough water beads pass over the sensor. This time we are trying to simulate a finer mist. Once it builds up, the wipers activate. Here, we try out some different spray patterns to see how the wipers respond. Unrelated to the wipers, but you can see in this light that the water on the top portion of the windshield looks red. I believe that is a reflection caused by the UV protection. It's not just on camera, it can also be seen in person. We switch it back over to high sensitivity and see if we can simulate some more extreme weather conditions. I'm not sure if it was the light, the fact that the car wasn't moving, or an inadequate simulation, but we couldn't get the wipers to change their speed or frequency. This might not be an option at all. Our final test is to see how much water we can get on the window before the sensor kicks in. Because this sensor is located behind the rear view mirror, it's only going to activate once the water reaches that height. We had difficulty focusing the water on the lower half of the window, and the wipers did activate appropriately once the view started to become impeded. We increased the sensitivity back to high and repeat. I did notice that in this position it was more sensitive to mist on the windshield. Clearly, these tests don't simulate actual rain or its behavior while the car is in motion. It also doesn't cover how it will react in the dark when there's less contrast created by the water beads for the sensor to detect. Hopefully this gives you an idea of the auto-sensing wiper features enabled in this update. Don't hesitate to let us know if you have any questions or if you would be interested in any follow-up videos.